So you must be stupid to think we're okay just because you're offering me some sorry-ass apology? Do you know what I'm going through? Well, if it isn't who I think it is, the career thief.
Really? The career thief?
Look, I'm kind of busy right now. Can I help you?
Man, I'm not trying to hear that bullshit, yo. It's your job to get me out of here. What the fuck are you doing out there? I've been sitting up for a whole year and I still ain't got no goddamn court date.
Things like this takes time.
How much damn time is it gonna take?
All right now.
I could care less if he's in that nursing home. Why do you have to be so heartless, Nate? What do you want me to say? How's Dad? Is he okay? That man had never been nothing good to me, so why should I give a damn about him?
I hope you crash this ugly motherfucker. Find that boy. Go find yourself some real money, bitch.
Look, let's just hear him out. Maybe it's not what you think.
Well, if it doesn't consist of my son telling me he wants to run Papa's, then I'm not really interested. Baby, I'm so upset that you got him that job. That's all he thinks about.
Wonder who that sounds like. Look, I know you have big plans for Papa's. And I also know that you want to keep your father's legacy alive. But this is about Terrance and what he wants.
I know. You're right. Come here. You always know how to pull on my heartstrings.
That's my job. Oh, I'm so excited. That's them.
You never ever think twice, and now I'm moving up. Found somebody who can love, found someone to help my dreams, not just somebody filled with lust. Try to give you love, I would've gave you the world. I hope those other niggas were worth the sacrifice of us. Yo, you only put me down, you keep on fucking around. You had me twisted in your lies, and you pay for it now. I'm putting down from all of your twisted lies. All of your twisted lies. Now you cannot hide from all of your twisted lies.
Make yourselves at home.
Hey, Aunt. Dad.
Hey, son.
Hey, man. Champ.
So what's the big surprise?
Can we get comfortable at least? Let's catch up first. Are y'all
Hungry?
I'm sorry?
Are you hungry?
Oh, no, I'm all right.
Look, nigga, what's up with you?
What do you mean?
You've been kind of off today.
No, I haven't.
You definitely have. You even signed your name on the wrong side of the paper.
The Holy Spirit. I don't know. I have a lot on my mind.
You want to talk about it?
It's my dad. He's not doing too well. I went to go see him the other day.
And how did that go?
He's doing pretty bad, honestly. The nurse said he probably doesn't have much time.
I'm sorry to hear that. Look, just ease your mind. I'm sure he'll come around. And besides, I know he wouldn't want you worried about him like that.
It's sweet of you.
Yeah, I know. What was that for?
You know, I don't know. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself, I guess.
See that building right there?
You mean the one with the pointy tip?
Yeah, that one. I remember when my mom was alive, every year we'd come to this exact same spot just to watch it light up on 4th of July.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
My dad, he used to live over there.
Yeah? Where your dad at now? Oh, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I just don't like to talk about my family, that's all.
It's all right. But, can I ask you a question? What?
Sure.
What's it like being, trans? I mean, you are trans, right?
I mean, I wasn't expecting that question, but I mean, it can be hard, very hard. We're constantly having to protect our lives, for one. And for two, it can be hard to find true love, I guess. But besides half of the world disregarding our existence, we have a freedom that nobody can take from us. We stay true to ourselves through any struggle. Well, most of us.
Wow.
You okay?
Yeah, it was just the staying true to yourself part. That's all.
But look, Money, I'm not like other girls. Yes, I've been on the streets, and I know trans girls, we get a bad rep. But a lot of us, we're just trying to be positive role models in the community. I just wish...
Oh, I guess I deserve that.
What do you think you're doing?
I mean, I was just taking a chance.
Taking a chance? Do I look like that kind of girl?
Look, Vanessa, I think you're beautiful, like beyond beautiful. It's just, I don't know much about this, I was thinking that maybe you could help me out. What am I saying?
Yes, what are you saying? I might be vulnerable, but I'm not stupid. You don't like me. You know what, maybe you do like me, but what's gonna happen when everybody else find out?
Fuck everybody else. It's not like I'm asking you to be with me or nothing. I'm just, maybe wanting to get to know you. I was thinking that we could try to figure this out.
You know what, Money? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say...
Hell no!
No? What you mean, no?
You're not walking up into this house telling me you're getting married to another man. It's bad enough I have to deal with the fact that my son is a goddamn queer.
Chad Davis.
No. It's all right, Angela. Say how you really feel, Dad. You're just mad because I won't run Pop's bar. You want me to be like you. You never care about me or this relationship.
Well, hell, it ain't mine.
Well, that's why I'll marry him anyway.
Well, I won't be there.
Good. Cause you're not invited any damn way.
Look, everybody just calm down.
You know, ever since Mom died, you've been a monster.
How dare you have the nerve to bring her up in this house? Do you think your mother would approve of this shit? Huh? You are my biggest disappointment.
I can't believe you. I thought you changed.
Terrance, come back. He didn't mean that. Really, Chad, really?
I guess that's my cue. Jamal.
Yes, sir.
You're fired.
So how'd you start working here?
Well, I was walking by one day, and I seen Mr. Davis, sleep in the front. Well, I needed a place to stay, so I asked him if I could trade houses for work. Well, ta-da.
Really? That's so sad.
Hey, don't feel sorry for me. I got a plan.
Like what?
Look, I see what you're doing. This is an interview. Am I right?
Look, you got me. But give me something. I'm dying over here.
Look, I know a smart lady when I see one. But what you're not about to do is convince me to get my older cousin out of jail. The man put me through hell. The way I see it, he can ride him. You know why? Because he let me.
Oh my God, this is my song. Turn it up.
This your song?
Yes.
I'll take your pain, do you? I'll play the game, do you? I'll stop the game for you. Stand in the rain for you. I'll change my name for you. I'm so insane for you. Like major pain on you. Want it, you got it. Work them thighs like Pilates. Move that thing like the body. Can you feel me? Get excited. Move that thing. It's so heated up in here. Get that ass over here. Yo, body on sweat I serve. Get right down to the monkey herd. Hunt me down like it's the purge. Can I fill you with my words? Yo.
I hacked the bank. That's the difference.
I'm just saying, though, you hacked the bank. Oh, fuck. What's good, dude?
Yeah.
Damn thing,
What we do?
I ain't do shit this time. Y'all straight. But I need y'all to do something for me.
Yeah, what's up, man? Anything.
Yo, I need you to hit your boy up and tell him to spread the word about a nigga named Money out there. Tell him to tell the streets that nigga Money's a fucking snitch.
Yeah, we got you. No doubt, dude.
Good.
Right.
Hey, so you think you could stash a pack of cookies under our bunk?
Y'all do that shit for me, man? I stash a whole fucking box under that bitch.
Did you just really ask this man for some cookies? Nigga, we could have had a box of noodles or some shit. But cookies are dope. Cookies.
Cookies. Yeah.
I take your pussy ass to work, boy.
Okay, go ahead. I ain't sharing my cookies either.
Share them shits.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Niggas tripping.
There I go again, getting in my feelings. Not this time, Vanessa. I can't fall for another DL boy. They're nothing but trouble. The last boy that kissed me like that, hell, I can't even remember when that was.
Let me in, girl.
Really?
Where you been at?
Girl, with money.
Oh, really? Where you getting money from?
No, not cash. I'm talking about money.
Oh, the cute slim thug. Well, girl, why is you glowing?
I'm not glowing. I'm just thinking.
About?
don't know. He kind of kissed me the other day. But I'm just upset at my reaction. I slapped him.
Oh yeah, because you know he shouldn't be doing shit like that.
Can we just be serious for a moment?
Girl.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the after show for Twisted 2 Family Secrets. I'm your host, Tony Bryce.
And I'm your co-host, Siren Chanel.
Now before we dive into tonight's episode, you guys, we just want to thank you guys so much for watching Twisted, both on YouTube and also those who have subscribed to Vimeo, which is very important because on Vimeo, you can catch the full episodes of Twisted Season 2, okay? And like always, this video is sponsored by LUL Magazine. And with us tonight, our guest, the founder of LUL Magazine, Dwyane.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You can also catch him in a cameo appearance in Season 2 of Twisted as Officer Brown.
Officer Brown.
That's right. So you guys, how are y'all feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good.
Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling good about episode 4?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Let's dive into it. So what's going on? How y'all what?
Well, I mean, if you guys want to talk over episode, but let's kind of figure out how y'all feel about it since you guys are some of the main characters in Twisted 2. So how do y'all feel about episode 4?
I'm loving it because I feel like you definitely get to see some of the situationship, let me say that, dynamics. You get to see some of the situationship dynamics kind of evolve some more with Nick and Robert, with Vanessa and Money. Even with the family scene that we kind of gave the little sneak peek in the last after show, but you got to see the full scene this episode. So that was a gag word, man. But speaking in terms of sneak peek, because like I said, last after show, we did do a sneak peek for you guys for episode 4. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back to episode 3 just to do a small recap for you, because this thing that we're going to show you didn't get to see on YouTube because you have to subscribe to Vimeo. So we're going to take a peek at this scene. Now this scene is with Jamal and Dennis at the bar, and it gets a little intense.
Yes.
Let's watch.
Watch.
I like that shit. Daddy, give it to me. I like that shit. That shit. Oh. I think I used it. Hey, I'll get you on song, okay? Okay.
Yo, let me ask you something.
What's up?
What's your plans for working here?
Well, right now my plan is to keep a roof over my head. Why?
You ever done this type of work before?
Does that matter?
Actually, it does matter. See, the position that you are currently in or training for is supposed to be mine. Listen, I don't know where you came from, but before you start getting comfortable around here.
Before what? Look, I don't know what you and Chad got going on, okay? I saw a position and I applied. So you can save your threats for someone else. And a little temper tantrum, you can save that shit for Chad too.
Spicy.
Okay, Marcus.
I like that. But there's only enough room for a few of us around here anyway.
What you mean, us?
Man, you act like you ain't fan. And I can see that sweetness dripping from behind your ear.
And what's it to you?
Nothing, you know. Find you sexy and all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he ain't scared.
You know what? Like, this scene was many things.
Many things.
First of all, it opens up with Jamal and Dennis having sex. But why are you having sex at your job? Why are you bringing the mess to the workplace?
They ain't scared at all, obviously.
Like,
they had business to take care of.
I mean,
boy, he did clock. He clocked Marcus like that.
And then hit him. Like, he clearly does not care.
But so first of all, you're disrespectful to your workplace.
Yeah.
And then you want to go question somebody who's training for the position that you want about their intentions of being there.
Right.
What are your intentions is the question,
Exactly.
which I think is pretty clear in watching the season.
Yeah. This character who questions him about the position is very bold. I think most people aren't like that, but I guess whenever you're trying to go after what you want, people kind of get they get fearless.
Yeah.
And so they actually start to go after what they want. And I guess he just said he felt like he needed to say what he needed to say.
And he did. He definitely did.
Yeah.
How you feeling about
Yeah,
it?
you look a little puzzled over there.
I'm just trying to figure out the bold. Like, he was really bold. Like you said, it's one, to be at your job. Two, you're questioning your manager. Like, regardless of the fact that he wants this position, that's your manager.
Right.
I mean, where are your limits at?
I mean, he's big mad. But then on top of that, I just feel so bad because all of this is going on and Terrance doesn't even know.
Right. And the crazy thing
Jamal,
about
what
it
are you
is,
doing?
right, and his dad's place. Where, I mean, when you think about the characters, you think about, okay, if you put yourself in that position, how would you really play that out? You know, and
yeah.
I mean, like I said, the boldness where he walks up to him and he confronts him about his sexuality. Like, who does that?
Now that's carrying on.
Yeah.
That's carrying on.
He's comfortable. That's what I feel.
Yeah, where he feels like he deserves the spot.
But Marcus didn't back down though.
Right.
Nah, he better save them temper tantrums. How you say
temper tantrum.
There we go. For Chad. Chad, you gotta deal with that. So you guys, that was the first clip. We were doing a recap from episode 3. And now we're gonna dive into viewer question. We're gonna do a viewer question. So the first question.
I think we should let the guests.
You want?
I think
Should
we
I
answer or pull?
Let me.
You want to answer?
Either one. Which y'all.
Okay, well, I'll pick and you answer.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay, that's good.
Let's try that.
Let's start it off.
Let's see what you give me.
Because, you know, them last viewer questions, after show was real good.
Okay.
So it says, Nick and Robert seem to get close and closer as the season gets deeper. Do you think Nick is giving in because he is vulnerable? Or does he truly want to be with Robert? And did he find forgiveness?
See, their relationship is very complex. And the reason I said it is because if you pay attention to season 1, there was a lot of things that was going on between Nick and Robert.
Okay.
I think Robert was a little self-centered. You know, he was a little arrogant when it came to Nick and his truth. You know, a lot of people aren't receiving of a lot of people's truths. And so I feel like now that he is in another place, or I guess he's found himself in another place to where he feels like he can reapproach Nick.
Yeah.
He feels as though he is worthy, I guess, of that. You know, so I'm hoping that the relationship is genuine. You know, I think we definitely have to watch a little bit more to really see how the relationship unfolds.
And to add to that, I think too, Nick never fully closed that chapter.
Right.
And I think because Robert, the saga continues, so to speak. Like, because the story is evolving, I think because that wound was never really healed or closed, it's like, well, hold on, maybe you're trying to patch it together. Like, I don't need that closure anymore because now it's like we're connecting on a different level now.
Right.
That still bothers me.
But the forgiveness part, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to keep watching for the forgiveness part. What y'all think?
Maybe he needs to do it just so he can move on, you know, officially. Because like you said, if it's something that's not closed, it's going to continue to keep eating at you until you close it. So maybe that's
very true.
Seeking.
That makes sense.
So,
well, you guys, we are now going to move on to episode 4, and we're going to watch our first clip from episode 4. Now, in this first clip from episode 4, you're going to see the end of the family scene. In the last after show, we did a sneak peek, and we were, you got to see the family dynamic of Terrance and Jamal coming to let Chad know we're getting married.
Right.
Yeah.
So since we already seen that, we didn't really discuss it much, but we can discuss it after this particular clip. But this particular clip, you get to see that scene, and then oddly enough, you get to see a specific interaction between Chad and Jamal, which is so interesting after that last clip. Let's watch.
Let's check it out.
Well, I won't be there.
Good, because you're not invited any damn way.
Look, everybody just calm down.
You know, ever since Mom died, you've been a monster.
How dare you have the nerve to bring her up in this house? Do you think your mother would approve of this shit? Huh? You are my biggest disappointment.
I can't believe you. I thought you changed.
Terrance, come back. He didn't mean that. Really, Chad, really?
Jamal.
Yes, sir.
You're fired.
Baby.
That's a lot to take in.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I think, for one, it sucks when it's just kind of crazy. Like, I feel like sometimes I would almost rather have parents that didn't support me, period, and we don't have any connection, versus having a parent that's in my life,
Right.
but don't support me.
It's kind of like a halfway type of
Yeah, it's like I just rather
I
like.
love you, but I don't really accept what you're doing. So
Yeah. I don't know. That whole dynamic, that would bother me. I was like, girl, just live your life. Let me live mine. Let's go our separate ways.
But you know, it's always crazy because it's always, and with this particular situation with Terrance and Chad, the fact that Chad has another lady that he's involved with that's not against the relationship or against his sexuality, is sometimes I think in real life some people are in that situation where the actual parent themselves don't accept that person for their truth, but then the other person who's not really connected like that can accept it. It makes it so much harder than the family situation, which is the reason why a family is important for anybody. And I guess with that particular scene, it was like, damn, for real?
Yeah.
That's how you treat me, you know, not only in front of my partner who I'm about to get married to, but also in front of your wife, you know, who respects you but doesn't understand your way of, you know, life.
And I agree with you. I feel like a lot of times people, at least the person on the supportive end, so to speak, probably because it's not directly impacting them, like that child didn't come from my womb, but like I can see you and I can accept you and I can be around you, but that's not a direct, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't directly come from me.
Yeah.
So it's like I can support it from a distance, so to speak. Because I've seen that a lot.
Yeah,
I've definitely seen it like it's okay until it hits home, basically.
Right. But then when you think about it too, that's just like outsiders too. Like if one family A and family B, family A is going through a dramatic situation, whereas family B may not have gone through that, but can understand the life lesson situations to where it impacts them. So it can kind of be the same situation where you don't necessarily have to be connected to it, but you understand it because it affects you on a whole nother level. So I don't know. That's kind of.
We just gonna hope Miss Angie is really Miss Angie. We just really hope that you are about that supportive ally life.
Right.
And had you had a child, and should he or she be, you know, of the community, you would be okay with that?
Exactly.
Now the second part of that.
Yeah, let's get to Jamal.
It's a very Trump tease.
Jamal,
you're fired.
I'm just trying to figure out this dynamic. So you got this. Jamal's got this plan. He's gonna take over this bar. You dating the son, but you cheating, and you just got fired. So the whole plan is
right. So what's the plan?
So what's going on?
I guess we gotta literally continue to watch this. Really, what the plan is, because Chad he just blew your plan to pieces. You're fired. Goodbye.
Right. So now he has to try to figure out. Now since he doesn't have the job anymore, now he's trying to figure out how to save his relationship, even though he got a lot of things going on.
Right. Because he did make the promise to Dennis, and he was just like,
I'm just waiting to get the bar.
I'm just waiting till I get the bar. Right. There's no bar.
So what happens
now? Like,
y'all
gotta keep watching.
Definitely, because that's gonna gag the people. But I was, you know, the viewer part of me was happy to see that moment because Jamal, you a little dog. You a dog.
And you reap what you sow.
Very much so.
You know. So Terrance may not have figured out the situation just yet, but the dad went ahead and nipped it in the bud, even though he still don't know that that's another situation that his son is also going through, as well as being cheated on by his boyfriend, who he wants to get married to.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Shout out to the writer.
Shout out to the writer.
The writer's room.
Okay.
Did an amazing job. Yeah.
So you guys, before we move on, because that was a lot to unpack. We are going to do another viewer question. Do you want to pick? Let's discuss. Y'all have good questions, viewers.
If you could give your character some advice, what would it be?
Oh. You know what, honestly, because and you know what, the last after show we had a question about, do you relate to your characters?
Right.
And thinking of leaving that and thinking about it, I really do connect with Vanessa in this whole money situation because I am very much that person that will push you away before I let you come in.
Right.
And whether it be for whatever reasons, I am very much that person. So what I would tell Vanessa, as Tony Bryce, and Tony Bryce be listening, because girl, you need this advice too. Stop pushing the people away. Just let it happen. Let it flow, let it go, and just be in the moment, live in the moment. Don't be so in your thoughts and in your head about it, because you just might be ruining something that could be potentially beautiful and help you in the long run. You never know. So I would definitely tell Vanessa, girl, calm down. Calm down. Let money in, girl.
What about you, Sarah?
Man, I had so much I could have told Star in like season 1. It was like, stop being in the middle of everybody's mess. But in season 2, it's kind of like what I would have told Star in season 1 was like, stand up for yourself. But as y'all can see in season 2, Star actually is doing that.
Yeah.
Star is kind of like developed into his own person. It's no longer, Duke telling him what to do. He's really responsible for everything that he does. So it's kind of like, now it's like, I guess ownership.
Yeah.
Like, continue owning up to, the things that you do and realizing the role that you play in people's lives. But as well as, like, continue standing up for yourself. But,
I like that.
We're going to see what's going to happen. Y'all got to keep watching.
I like that. That was a good question. Come on, advice. Welcome back to the after show, you guys. Again, we would just like to thank you guys for watching. Again, continue to subscribe to YouTube and also the Vimeo channel, because on Vimeo you can see the full episodes for Twisted Season 2 Family Secrets. And as per usual, this video is sponsored by LUL Magazine. So you guys, now we're gonna do a blast from the past, and we're gonna go back to season 1. Y'all ready for that?
Let's go.
Let's go.
So in this particular clip in season 1, actually the question we had earlier is about the Nick and Robert dynamic. So we're gonna revisit that dynamic in season 1. In this particular clip, Nick and Robert, they're in the bed, and Nick reveals his status, and Robert has a very interesting response. Let's take a look.
We can wait for now.
No, I want to.
Alright.
But I have to tell you something.
What?
I'm HIV positive.
Say what?
Look, I know it's a lot to deal with. And that's why I didn't want to have sex with you at first. But I wanted to make sure that you knew.
Damn. That is a lot. How long you been HIV positive?
For about 3.5 years.
So, when were you gonna tell me this? I don't want to be involved with nobody with that. Ugh.
With that?
Yes.
Look, I know it's a lot, but we can talk about it. There are tons of people out there every day who deal with this.
First of all, let me say I respect Nick for making the decisions he made. Like, he obviously knew his status. He wanted to, first and foremost, I feel like when you are in that, when you are a person that's HIV positive and you're dating, you have to protect yourself first. Because people can be cruel, as we can see. So you have to protect yourself first. So I respect Nick for taking the steps that he did take to, kind of let Robert know what's up without, doing anything that he could probably have felt regretful about, like, dang, maybe I should have said something at this point or that point. So I respect him from that. Now, Robert.
Shame on you.
I respect both sides. And I say that because everybody has a choice. Now, we can't take away, we can't control how they react.
The reaction
to it. But I definitely feel like everybody has a choice as to whether they would want to accept it or not. Not necessarily, I think some of the things that he said after the fact that he responded was a little cruel.
Yeah.
And I think he should have apologized for that because everybody is human.
Yeah.
But I do feel as though he had every right to reject, the relationship. But I do feel like Nick was very, very grown up as an adult to be able to be vulnerable enough to, because he's still a stranger. Robert is still a stranger. Of course you like him and stuff, but you don't know a lot about him, but now you're just now getting more into your
know
feelings.
now.
And now you feel like, okay, well, shoot, I can tell this guy, I'm feeling him.
Yeah.
And then you weren't prepared for his response. So I think that with the vulnerability and the openness that you have, also be willing to be receiving of whatever type of response that you'll get, because it may not be something that you will want to hear.
Yeah.
So that poses a question for both of you.
Okay.
We all know the stigma behind HIV, and we also know that the CDC released studies that said that the person who's undetectable is also untransmittable. So at that point, for someone who is HIV positive, do you feel like they have to disclose that information?
I feel like it's very important, because whether CDC has found something that will keep it dormant, I feel like that is an important part of yourself. And if you're already trying to get to know somebody, be fair, be open, be honest, and not because you feel like it'll make them feel good about themselves, but you owe it to yourself to be open. I understand that some people are fearful, and if you're fearful, then don't take that route in a relationship. Take time, build yourself up, get yourself to a comfortable place to where you're able to share that information. But I do feel like it is very important, because whether they have PrEP or whatever it is that you can take to keep yourself safe from the HIV, still, I think it's still important that you still at least let the person that you say that you care about know, so that way they're able to say, you know what, I'm cool with that, or you know what, right now I don't feel like I'm strong enough to go through that process with you, and so I decline, that.
Yeah.
And because they won't never be able to make a choice if you never tell them.
Right.
So then they're just like, okay, well, it's up in the air.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. I look at it honestly like being a trans woman of color. It's kind of like, and that's not that they compare HIV positive and being trans. They don't compare at all, because it's like identity versus a viral thing in your body. I don't know. I didn't know what to say. But let's say you're a trans woman and you're not undetectable, but okay, undetectable, unclockable, or passable. Do you tell these men that you interact with right away, or when, or whatever the case may be, that I'm trans? And it always boils down to the choice, giving a person a choice, So I feel like I just kind of feel like you never really know until you're in that particular situation. Right. And at this particular time, for me, as Tony Bryce, I can only speak for me. I tell everybody, Miss Thing, because I'm an actress. So I'm like, you can go on YouTube and Google or search my name, and Miss Thing, you're going to pull up this after show. Hey. So it's like, I can't hide that.
Right.
But, yeah.
I get what you were saying, where you're going with that. It kind of is like, you want to do the right thing and say, okay, I want to tell this person because I want them to have a choice. Be it whether it's, you being trans, you being gay, straight, positive, but it all boils down to when you tell this person, it's not so much the response, but it's also, okay, learning when the right time is, whether you're going to be safe if you tell somebody. Because let's be honest, when it comes to trans women and disclosing your trans identity, sometimes that literally puts you in an unsafe situation. And the same can be said for individuals who are HIV positive. So I think it's really one of those, you never know how you're going to go about it unless you're in that situation.
Right. But then that's where you start to build that relationship. You're not just going to go out running around the streets and hey, I'm trans, or hey, I'm HIV, or whatever. You build that relationship. And sometimes building a relationship is not a guarantee, but it does give you a little bit more confidence and a little bit more reassurance. So, okay, you know what? We spent time together. They seem to. So that way, then you're like, okay, well, you know what? I might feel like it's safe enough to tell them. Because when is the right time? It can never be safe. You know what I'm saying? You got people out there that they are assured, but then things still happen. So it's kind of like how you said, once you have built up that confidence yourself, to say, I'm not scared anymore. This is my truth. And you just have to be fearless. And we never know what will happen to any of us, but it's your truth. And never bury that, because buried stuff eventually comes out. And you'd rather for it come from you rather than somebody else on the street. And then they say, you know what, you took that choice away from me, because how am I supposed to respond to that? And then they still leave you for even lying or just keeping something so important to, of yourself to them. So it's so much though. It's I don't know. It's just, it depends on the person.
So I just want to say, because I know there are people out there that struggle with this. If you are HIV positive, understand that you are, you can be loved. You should be loved. You're worthy of love. And if nobody else tells you that, then we're gonna tell you we love you.
Right.
So you guys, speaking of the Nick and Robert dynamic, so we just went back to season 1, where it began, especially the decline of where it began. And now we're going to come back to season 2, and we're going to come back to episode 4. And now we get to see Nick and Robert interacting in today's situationship of Nick and Robert because things have happened. Okay. So that's what this scene is going to be about, you guys. So let's watch.
Nearly have. You even signed your name on the wrong side of the paper.
The Holy Spirit. I don't know. I have a lot on my mind.
You want to talk about it?
It's my dad. He's not doing too well. I went to go see him the other day.
And how did that go?
He's doing pretty bad, honestly. The nurses say he probably doesn't have much time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Look, just ease your mind. I'm sure he'll come around. And besides, I know he wouldn't want you worried about him like that.
That's sweet of you.
Yeah, I know.
Robert has a heart. Oh, he said, I know.
I'm dead. Just when you thought there's hope.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
What was that for?
You know, I don't know. I'm sorry.
He don't turn
He done turned the hat around. What's about to go down? Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
The evolution.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I appreciate Robert in this because as we've seen in the clip from season 1, Robert's reaction was a fool. It could be very traumatic to a person, let me say that.
Very triggering.
So whereas Robert in that particular clip was not there for Nick and him being vulnerable like that, this clip he was.
Right.
And like it really shows Robert's growth because that wasn't the same Robert from season 1. That was not the same Robert.
It's good too because this was from a different perspective. So this time it wasn't from a status perspective. Or it was more so of something where they actually could relate to one another because even before this situation they had differences.
Yeah.
But now this is a situation where you get to see Robert actually have the opportunity to show Nick, the kindness that he has or the care that he has. And it's still kind of, a lot of people, I think we were watching the comments and they were saying something about was it genuine and so forth. But with this particular conversation, I feel like it was a genuine conversation because he could relate to somebody being, about to die, So maybe, what do you think? What do you think, Siren? I mean,
I still don't, y'all. I'm anti.
You're not buying it?
I'm anti-Robert. I'm sorry, because I'm going to play devil's advocate. I just feel like it's too often do we see people who shun people who are HIV positive away. And it's almost like, because they never expect it to happen to them. And then when it does, all of a sudden it's like, oh, all of you, come back. I don't have anybody else. So it makes me feel like it's not genuine. Now, that clip, you can relate to somebody, probably about to lose their dad. But had he not been positive, would they even be having a conversation for it to even get that far? So it makes me feel like it's not genuine.
But I feel like there are certain things in life you do have to go through before you, I guess, can be that mature. I feel like because you're right. Had Robert not came out and said I'm on the same side as you or we're fighting the same battle, would he be in the center with Terrance? And had they reconnected in that kind of way? Who knows?
Yeah.
But this is what we're given.
and maybe he didn't. I mean, when you don't have enough knowledge, I guess, then you can't be naive. And I think that's really what it was. And then, I don't know, when you go back to the very, very beginning in season 1, Robert was very, very sexual.
Yeah.
He was a sexual being. So even at that particular time, now that's when I questioned his liking for Nick. Was it just because of the sex he was about to get, he was about to get him a piece, or was it just that he was actually genuinely liking him, and then what happened? So it was like because he was on the app and he was still searching to do different things, but he never really took the time. So I don't know. We just got to keep watching.
Well, y'all know where I stand. So,
we'll see.
I don't know, you guys. We'll see. So, we are going to go back to a viewer question. We're going to pick a question, you guys. You pick one.
I'll pick one.
I'm sorry, I had to go break one. Like, who picked what?
Let's see what we got here on this white piece of paper. All right, so this one says, Tamara gave Vanessa some good advice. Let's see, let me open it up. What do you love most about their relationship? And since that was your character, let's go ahead and kind of elaborate.
Well, I love the dynamic of, like, they were in that space together, and one person, you know, you have that friend where that friend moves on and kind of grows in a certain thing, and that one friend is doing the same old thing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. That friend owns it. And it's like, but at the same time, that friend is not a hater.
Right.
That friend is like, I see your potential. I know you can do better. I've seen you do better.
Right.
Do better.
Wow.
So I can appreciate that.
Wow.
I can definitely appreciate that. I love that dynamic.
You like that? What about you, Siren?
Look, I agree. I was gonna say all that, but you know, mind read over here just want to take my thoughts. So you know,
Hey,
what do you think the
we
the
all
writer,
need a Tamara.
What do y'all think the writer had in mind when he brought the two characters together?
I think since you got that one, I think it was a good dynamic, like to be able to see the two sides. Because oftentimes when you hear trans women, you think sex work. You think most people don't think trans women can move from that area and do something else that's productive.
Yeah, right.
So to be able to see two different type of women that came from the same, you know, space, it's like, okay, well, one moved forward and one is still here, but they can still coexist.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're trying to decriminalize sex work and we're trying to make it, you know, understand that this is an occupation for people. There's nothing wrong with that. So to see two people being able to coexist and have their separate ways and not judge each other, that alone, that's a dynamic that you don't see.
Yeah. Now, you guys, that was actually our last clip from episode 4.
All right.
But we do have a sneak peek. Don't y'all love sneak peek?
I think they love
Don't
sneak
you love
peeks.
sneak
I think they love sneak peeks.
But before we show you this sneak peek, make sure, again, you guys, you're subscribing to the YouTube channel so you can see us for one, okay? The episodes, but for us for one, but for the full episodes from 0 minutes to however many minutes to go to, go subscribe at Vimeo. Please, you guys, it's very imperative that you subscribe to Vimeo. Now, in this particular sneak peek, this is from episode 5, Star and Vanessa meet up, and they have this exchange about what happened to Robert. The doctor said Robert will be fine.
Go away. I'm not going nowhere. Where you going, V?
Look, I just need some time. A lot has happened and it's just too much to deal with. Plus, I gotta go down to the police station and talk to this detective about Alex being shot.
V, you can't do that.
Why can't I do that, Star? Alex was shot, he could die.
Cause if you go down there and tell them that, it's a big chance I'm gonna go to jail. And this time, for a long time.
And why do you think that?
Do you remember the package, the one that Duke mentioned?
Yeah, why?
All right. So I found it by Robert, and it was the same package that had a shitload of narcotics in it. If you go down there and you give them that statement, it's a chance that Robert and I were going down, for sure.
Really, Star?
What?
So Alex was just shot, Robert just overdosed, and all you can think about is some bag of drugs? You know what? Just stay the hell away from me. Baby, y'all gonna have to, again, subscribe to Vimeo so y'all can see that episode, the full episode, because that's gonna be juicy, baby. She was fed up, as you can see in that scene.
The evolution of the scenes is telling the story, and if you want to know the story, please subscribe. Like Tony said, subscribe to Vimeo, please.
Well, you guys, that wraps up our after show. Again, I would just love to thank everybody who continues to watch Twisted from the first season all the way to this season, the new viewers, the consistent viewers from season 1. We really do appreciate you guys. We can't say it enough to subscribe. I know y'all tired hearing it, but subscribe. I'm your host, Tony Bryce.
I'm your co-host, Siren Chanel.
And we would like to thank the founder of Let Us Live magazine, Dwyane, for being our special guest for this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and y'all have a great night.